Okay. 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 All right. All right. All right. No problem. We can do that. All righty. Hello. 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 Okay. I got you. Hello. Hello. Hello, everybody. Good evening, Ivan. How are you, my friend? Hey, Gustavo. How are you, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Whoa, Costco adventure? Hell yeah. What'd you get at Costco, my dude? Hey, Towel, my friend. Hey, how are you? Phone upgrade. There you go. Phone upgrade. What phone did you get for your sister? What kind of phone, I suppose. Fail. I mean, there are phones at Costco. That's true. Good, good. Did you have a good week there? I'm doing great, my man. I'm doing great. Doing very, very good. I hope you are too. I'm trying a new configuration, and I'm hoping that this will go better. Try and go from Sprint to T-Mobile. Accounts not converted, so I can't get it. Oh, I'm doing well, Gustavo, my man. I'm doing really, really well. It's a good day today. Good day for everybody. Okay, get Diego. Diego, how are you? I'm very good, my dude. I'm very good. It's been a good day so far. So far, so bueno. Now I just gotta figure out what will happen the rest of the week, and then hopefully good things will happen the rest of the week. Made a made a little bit of scratch today, so that was good. So I made like 800 bucks today. It was pretty good. Good days overall. I can't really argue with free cash in my general direction. Yeah, I told you, you guys can do that too. It's possible. Let me hold 500. I mean, what I'd have enough money in order to take you all out for a round of beers. That's certainly plausible. Yeah, is the Cash App safe? I don't know much about the Cash App, so I can't really give you a definitive answer. So I don't use Cash App. I just trade options. That's it. I have no idea about Cash App whatsoever. Like if I were to use it, I don't know, but if you're a little skeptical about it, I mean, hey, I don't know if I would do it then if I'm a little skeptical. Nah, man, it's totally understandable. So I'm running a new so basically what I'm doing here is I'm running a new kind of configuration here. So hopefully this configuration will be better than the previous configurations where I'm not like where it doesn't keep stalling and stopping, and we'll have a nice clean stream for everybody to kind of, you know, um, you know, talk real time and all that jazz. So hopefully that's what's going to happen here. Otherwise, if it does not, then I know what the problem is. So at least I can identify the biggest problem. But yes, I think this will be okay. I'm running at where am I running at? 50? 50 degrees Celsius is really good. So, but maybe I'll upgrade to a better motherboard and a better CPU and better RAM sticks. Maybe if I go the full ham, I could be like get all the RGB all over the place, and I'll just have it all tricked out, and stuff like that. I'll get like the super motherboard of all motherboards, trick it out with like ridiculous options. I have the money, I know. That's what scares me. Like it's really scary when you think about it that I actually have the money for it. Even I'm nervous. Never in my life have I had this much in my ever. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous to be perfectly honest. I mean, let me show you this motherboard here, right? You need to. Okay, so Gustavo, the answer to that question is for the Think and Swim app, you just need to sign up with TD Ameritrade. They'll ask you for your information there, but you don't need to put any money into that account. So they may ask you some personal questions, sure, because technically you're opening up a, quote unquote brokerage account, but in reality you're not actually depositing any money in. So every brokerage has the right to ask you for your social security for tax purposes. So uh, that's the reason why they ask you for that. So this is the motherboard, which is like the Holy Mother of God motherboard. I mean, that thing is just absolutely disgusting. I mean, look at that thing. Holy macaroni. Do you see this thing? Holy moly. This thing is sick. Look at this. What a board. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, yeah. 8 SATA ports. Holy moly. Jeez Louise. Look at all those USB ports. Holy moly. Oh. Wow. Got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. I mean, geez. This thing is way super crazy. That's that's pretty ridiculous. Anyway, that's what I was looking at. Uh, basically, yeah. Jeez whiz. All right. Anyway, okay. All right. You guys have been patiently waiting here, so we'll get a little bit in here. No problemo. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. You know what? Oh man, I don't even celebrate Christmas, and I'd buy that for my Christmas gift. I mean, seriously, shoot. Holy crap. All right. Okay, let's get started today. Welcome back to Wednesday, end of the week time today. When Victor decides to join us, he will. Uh, Victor, I guess, will come if he decides to come. So, not much I can do about that for right now, but hopefully he will come by soon. Uh, okay, so today we're going to do the last two sections of Chapter 6, and we'll get that done and squared away. And then, yeah, then next time we'll be on to Chapter 7. As simple as that. As simple as that. All right. Um, Again, all of you have probably heard this before. This shouldn't be anything brand new to all of you. Um, Actually, let me get a quick question in here. Is the quality slightly a bit better? I want to see if the quality or the smoothness is a bit better. Like I said, I made a few tweaks here and there, and I hope that it's, if I just kind of draw like the number 10, it looks nice and smooth. Does that look good on your end? I hope it does. Okay. The voice is off. The voice is off? It is? Okay. Let me see here. How about, is the voice really off? How's the voice sound? It's not synced for you. Uh, Ivan, Ivan, go ahead and refresh and see if it syncs after that. Okay, so you refreshed and you hear me clearly, right? Okay. Last time I had the issue with the camera being double mic'd. So, bah, commercial, boo. Okay. All right, as long as things are working okay and that you guys can hear me clearly and you can see me clearly and that there are no hiccups here, then I'm okay. All right. Because I mean, I will go ham if this thing decides to like freeze up a bit. I'm gonna like go ham this weekend and just be like, yeah, let's just order stuff and get this thing done. Okay, the audio doesn't exactly match with my lips. Well, I have a secret, Ivan. A very important secret. My secret is that in reality I'm a reptilian, and yes, the audio will always be off. That's just how it goes. You know, I was a reptilian in disguise. I have you know, little beady eyes, and I'm actually cold blooded. Oh, I mean, look. I hide it really well. Below this pasty brown skin I got, and this extra layer of hair. Yeah, you know, you just can't tell. That's why I let it grow a little bit until I shave it off. That's when I'm at my most vulnerable. You know, I keep my belly nice and large, so that way I have a little bit of extra heat meat. Right inside of me. That sounds terrible both ways. God. I think we all have. Yes. Yes, we do. We all have a little brown skin here, right? It is true. Everyone in the world has a little bit of brown in them. Absolutely 100%. It's like I know I have a lot of brown in me. The first thing that I could ever recall the first thing I could ever recall as a child of what I knew was already embedded in my personality was how cheap I was. That is exactly how I knew that I was definitely going to go down the brown route. There you go. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. I've been over the past 41 years, my cheapness has been refined. Of course, we always have the golden rule. We always have the golden rule, gentlemen. There's only one thing you do never go cheap on, and that is food and drink. That is what you do. You cheap everything else, but food and drink? Nah. And car parts, okay. I give you that. Car parts too. And anything you're definitely in love with that is either parts related, like my computer. So there you go. That's what we're doing. Okay, let's do this. I gotta eventually do this. All right, let's eventually, sometime in the distant future, I'm gonna get this thing done. When you're on a date with the girl, now hang on a second, hang on. Okay, now I can make the contention that you can still be a little cheap, but you just have to be a little careful, right? So I mean, it's okay if you pay for the first date or whatever, But if it's one of those dates where you kind of get the vibe, right? Let's say it's one of those dates you get the vibe where she's just using you to get a free meal out of you because she really doesn't have any money on her own. Then yeah, you're just the way you cheap out is just like you're like, hey, you get the vibe from the date. You're like, hey, I'm out, and then you just walk out. He's like, look, you got to pay for this, not me. Peace out. No problem. You can't be taken advantage of. That ain't right. You came there to hopefully find romantic interests, not to be used. And if it goes down like that, then yeah, then you gotta go down. Then that way, that's the time you get to be, cheap there. There you go. Yes, if you get that vibe or she's using you, then you'd be like, okay. Now, here's something that is important though. Okay, if you go on a date and she's willing to look, yeah, right. Or here, if she decides, hey, I want to pay half, guys, let her pay half. Okay, just let her pay half. In that case, it's not being cheap. It's just showing that she's also as independent as you are. That's pretty cool. I find that to be a very admirable trait. That's just me, though. I'm no date master, but that's just how I can speak for myself. You take him to McDonald's, get your own Big Mac. I'll get my quarter pounder. I'm over here touching the touch screen on my own. You go on that touch screen. Yeah. Your girl wants to pay for everything? You got her wrapped around your finger there, towel? Man, holy smokes. Jeez. You should take her out, you know. Yeah, keep her. I mean if she's really nice, she's really good, but remember though, not too much. Not too much. Not too much. That's the important part. Sometimes you take her out, you have a nice time, you show her, hey, you know what? In this relationship, we're equals, right? You take me out sometimes, we'll take you out sometime. I'll take you out sometimes. And it's like, okay, we're all on the equal, and you're not like siphoning off of her. Then hey, it's always a delicate balance. Well, I'm sure that you trust your girl a lot. It's just like, hey, everybody's got, you know, it'd be. I'm pretty sure if it's a nice change of pace, for example, you take her out for a nice meal, and she'll be like, "Oh, you're so cool. You're so cool, Towel. You're the best." Those small little subtle things at the end of the day. I can suggest a place for you, by the way. Your crush doesn't like you back? Well, you'll find another one. I mean, if she doesn't like you back and she doesn't want to express interest, then just remember, don't force yourself down there. Love can be found in many other corners of the world. You'll find another one. If you're a good person, you'll find another one. I'm sure. Look, I'll be honest with you guys. My heart's been broken too before. It sucks, but you still keep going. I found love in a different place as opposed to maybe romantic love. I found love in doing what I do, and I have a lot of fun doing it. So this is where I find like, be like, bam, I can spread my love and be like, yeah, here's some good advice I can help you guys. Be like, all right, cool. The world is round. The corner's at. Come on now, don't you know the world is flat? I mean, there's corners at the very edge, where the water all drops off into space. Um, no, you can. I'm telling you, you could definitely find somebody else. There's enough people. Look, there are 7.5 billion people in the world, and if we're at a 50-50 split here, then you know what? That's 3.75 billion women that you could go ahead and find. Or again, 3.75 million men you could find. Or if you're bisexual, all the rest of the 7.5 billion people. You have choices. Okay, maybe they don't know what they want. Fine. But that's for you to figure out. Like look, I don't know what women want. I have no clue. Of course not. I haven't had a girlfriend in years. Let's be honest here. But what I do know, yeah, what I do know is that, you know, that's part of the kind of the process of you just kind of sussing things out. I mean that's part of the process. You got to suss things out. You got to figure it out little by little. It isn't like a it's not always going to be a straight case, where you get like it isn't a straight case where everybody's like, "Oh yeah, the anime protagonist girl, harem guy or whatever, gets all these straightforward girls who basically say exactly what they think." Like, come on, man. Of course not. That's never going to happen, you know. Okay, then you move on to the next person. That you like him as a friend. Look, I'll be honest with you. I had a long distance relationship for a while, and it didn't work out. And she's found another guy, but I'm still her friend. I would still consider her a friend too. I'm not sad. Feelings were hurt. I felt heartbroken, but I'm not sad because as a friend, I was very happy to see her in a better place. Maybe they don't turn into romantic feelings, but if they turn into something, where you can still be that supportive person, fine. If you don't want to be in that role, that's okay too. The choices are yours at the end of the day about how you want that relationship to continue moving forward. But you know what? Eventually those feelings will leave, if you decide to make it down that way, and then maybe you find someone else who maybe suits you better. If it comes to a point where maybe you come to terms and say, "Hey, okay, I'm with you. Okay, great." You know. So this is what I think. Cars won't break your heart. Oh yeah, cars will break your heart. I beg to differ on that. My car broke my heart when its CVT transmission crapped out at 56,000 miles. Yeah, yeah, my car broke my heart. Let me tell you that. Stupid Nissan. Stupid CVT. Ugh. curse bad engineering. Fortunately, my CVT was under warranty, so I got a new one. But the fact that the CVT just broke and it could have cost me like $4,500 to replace in a car that only has 56,000 miles, yeah, there's a problem there. That's like, what the hell? Are you serious? You know? Like, man, how did this happen? 56,000 miles is like nothing on a car. That's crazy. That's why you drift like a champion, Ivan. Okay, let me I got to do this at some point. Okay, let me see if I can let me see if I could do this at some point here. Too cheap to replace tires. There you go. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, we'll talk a little more in just a second here. Let me get through this. All right, multiplication, division, assign numbers. So remember, we do have some rules here for multiplication. So let's go to multiply here first. Just yes, all those police chases have shown that driving on the rims is a perfect idea. That's exactly how it rolls. Yeah, a positive times a positive, that is going to be a positive. All right, a positive times a negative will be a negative. I'm gonna get this done, dang it. All right, uh, a negative times a positive will equal a negative. And then finally, our last one here, two negatives or two wrongs always make a right. All right, so two negatives make a positive there, and there we go. Let's also look at divide. So for a division, works pretty much the same way. So you go positive divided by positive will equal a positive. A positive divided by a negative will equal a negative. A negative divided by a positive equals negative. And then finally, last one here, a negative divided by a negative is equal to a positive. Okay, so there are rules for multiplication and division. Alrighty, let's go ahead and do some problems. Let's do, again, not going to do much in this section here, but I'm going to do just a different one that we talked about last time. So let's do it. Get to the book here. Oh, where's the book? I thought I had this. Do I not have it? I don't? Ah, no. That's so sad. I'm sad. Boo. All right. Let me go get the book here. Like I said, you guys can talk about, things, I'm sure. Give me a second here. All right, there we go. Oh, wait, what happened? Come on, we could do this together. Yes, you could do it. Come on, my math lab. Hey, good job. All right. All right. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look here at number 3 here from this section. So an industrial technology question. Let's do it. Okay. Due to the relative sizes of two connected pulleys A and B, pulley A turns 1.5 times more than pulley B and in the opposite direction. If positive numbers are used to indicate counterclockwise revolutions and negative numbers are used for clockwise revolutions, express as assigned numbers for the result for pulley A when pulley B turns 80 revolutions uh, counterclockwise. Okay, I got you. Okay, so to do this one here, let's talk about this one. Just have to read this one carefully, but it's really easy once you get it. Okay, so uh, in this case here, we have one pulley pulling in the opposite direction of the other. So this is going counterclockwise here. So that means that pulley A is going clockwise. Now, according to the question here, is clockwise positive or is it negative? Yeah. Positive? Negative? Okay. Yeah, so you have to read the problem here. This is one of those problems where it's like it's counterintuitive because they define it in a very particular way. So if you see here, it says counterclockwise, positive is counterclockwise, negative is for clockwise. So the answer to that question is clockwise is going to be negative. Okay. So it moves 1.5 times more than pulley B. Okay, so it moves 1.5 times more than pulley B. So meaning to say, we're going to take 1.5 and we're going to multiply that by minus 80. And then we're going to get our answer here. All right, again, 1.5 can be rewritten as 3 over 2. We'll multiply that by negative 80. We are going to get a negative answer here. So what's our answer for this? What do we get? Negative what? All right, 120. Nice. That's right. Great. Okay, let's look at letter B. Pulley B when pulley A turns 60 revolutions clockwise. So pulley B is now going counterclockwise. Okay. Now is counterclockwise positive or negative? Is counterclockwise positive or negative? Positive, that's right. Okay, so what are we going to do here? The pulley A turned 60 revolutions clockwise, so we have 60 revolutions from A. What are we going to do with that? How are we going to set this problem up? What should we do here? How do we set up this problem? 60, 60 what? What are we going to do with 60? You guys got to help me. Help me, help you, help me, help you. That's correct. Very good, Ivan. 60 divided by 1.5. That's right. Again, because pulley A turns 1.5 times more than pulley B. So if you go in reverse, now you have to divide by 1.5. That's absolutely correct. Very nice, dude. All right. And what's 60 divided by 1.5? S 40. Perfect. Okay, good. Okay, questions about that, everybody? Hopefully that was pretty easy and not too hard. Questions, gentlemen and ladies? Okay, let's go ahead and do the next section here. No. All right. All right, let's go right into the next section then. So section 6.4, we talked about it before, but this talked about exponents and square roots. Okay, and so we did talk about roots here before, but again, let's reiterate stuff here regarding roots. One thing that I do want to point out here once again is remember to use the table on page, what is this, 406? So if we go to page 406 here, you'll see this nice little table here from 1 to 20, where we have perfect squares. Okay, so if we take the square root of 400, we get 20. Okay, again, the key thing is that we always ask the same question here. So again, if we take the square root of a number, so let's say it's take the square root of a, this always equals the question here, what number squared, I should always ask this, actually, hang on, let me do the double arrow this way, there we go. This always implies, it says what number squared equals a. All right, so that's essentially what we're trying to find out here. What number squared is equal to a? That's how we effectively do square roots. Okay, so let's go over a few problems here, at least to start with. And again, we'll also see how to simplify using square roots as well. So there are a couple of important things that we can certainly do. Okay. Okay. So let's do some nice ones. How about the square root of 121? What is the square root of 121? 11 is correct. Very good. That's right. Right? 11 squared is equal to 121. Let's try another one. How about how about 169? It's the square root of 169. That's correct. The answer, it definitely is 13. 13 squared is 169. Let's go ahead and do another one here. What is that? Yeah, let's do that. So this one is with exponents. Now, as we know about exponents here, just to give you a friendly reminder here regarding exponents, remember that with exponents here, this is not a hard problem. This is a pretty standard problem. But remember with exponents here, remember that you take that number, you take it like a squared or something like that. So for example, a squared would equal a times a, right? You multiply a by itself, again, 2 times. So there you go, a times a. All right. Or a to the third would be 3 a's, okay, 4 a's, 5 a's, whatever, how that power is going to be. Okay, in any case, that's just other things that we can talk about. Anywho, exponents should be something that you're pretty comfortable with. So what we do here first, though, is we have to do the exponents first. So we have to do 3 squared. So what's 3 squared here? What's 3 to the second power? 9. Okay, good. How about 4 squared? 16. Okay. Now remember, we're still underneath the square root, so we have to do what's inside of the square root. So 9 plus 16 here is going to be 25. And the square root of 25? 5. Okay, perfect. Got it. Nice. Okay. Again, don't forget also, remember for exponents and square roots, okay? Remember one thing that is important, okay? Right, I have to make that note here because it is important. I probably mentioned it last time, but still. Note, square roots are considered exponents, okay? So square roots are considered exponents. All right, so it's at the same level of exponents in that regard. Don't forget that we have, again, parentheses. So remember, parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, and add, subtract. All right, so remember the order of operations, okay? If we're doing square roots here, we do consider that to be a exponent on the outside, like so. Okay, most of the rest of this is pretty much just using your calculator, so really that's not too big of a deal. Now let's go ahead and do a couple of these problems here. And I know I did that one, so I need to do a different one. Yeah, let's do that one. Okay, so let's take a good look here at number, let's see, make sure you do this right on the calculator at least. Let's look at number 4, okay? The resistance, electronics, the resistance in ohms of a certain silicon diode is found using the expression the square root of 15 times 10 to the 6th times 24. Calculate this resistance to the nearest 1,000 ohms. Okay, so this is pretty much one of those types of questions where basically I'm just making sure that you do enter this in correctly into your calculator. As you can see there, 15 times 10 to the 6 times 24, they're all going to be nice and multiplied together. Again, all underneath the same umbrella here of the square root. So for this particular problem here, for number 4, if you entered this in correctly, you should have gotten an exact answer of 18,973.67 if we rounded to 2 decimal places. This is what we should have gotten here in this instance. If you did not get this answer, be sure to change up your formatting and make sure that you match this answer that you see on the screen. Okay. All right, cool. Anybody else get it? I hope you got it. So just go ahead and type in "got it" like Ivan did, and I'll make sure that you guys got that on your calculator after you tried it out. Diego, Tao, so Gustavo, did you guys get this? Just want to be sure. Okay. Supposed to do this problem right here, bro. Square root of 15 times 10 to the 6 times 24. And we're to match this answer that you see here, 18,973.67. So if you got that, great. This is basically just one of those problems where I'm just making sure you know how to enter that into the calculator. You know, I'm not like super stressing you out. It's just like just making sure you get the formatting right so you know how to do that in the future. Okay, cool. Okay, good. All right, let's do one more here. And let's do the next page. Okay. So since we're talking about computers at the very beginning, let's do number 10. Yeah. Number 10. In computer technology, a bus is a set of connections between two or more devices that allows them to communicate with each other. The following calculation gives the binary bandwidth of a certain bus in units in megabytes. Really megabytes per second, but I call it megabytes. In any case, here's the formula that we're given here. Calculate this bandwidth to 1 decimal place. So again, I just want to check your skills here to fit the calculator. They give you exactly this number here. Now, don't forget, one thing that is important is be sure to put the top part, make sure you have parentheses on there. Make sure you have parentheses around the denominator as well so you get that put together. So if you're going to try and do it all at once, I'm going to try and do it in steps so I don't get messed up. So knowing me, I probably will get messed up if I do it all at once. Okay. And I divide that by 8 times 2 to the 20th power. Okay. So the answer that you should have gotten here would be 119.21. Okay. Did everybody get this answer? Again, just type out if you got it in chat. Yes? Okay, good. Anybody else get the answer there? Okay, Diego got it. Towel got it. Gustavo, Ivan, did you guys get the answer? Okay, Gustavo got it. Ivan? Did you put parentheses around the 8 times 2 to the 20th? So when you divided, did you divide by like 8 times 2 to the 20th? Because if you don't have parentheses, then yeah. So what it'll do is it'll divide by 8 and then multiply by 2 to the 20th, which it will cause an overload. So you actually need the parentheses there. That's very important. That's why it keeps spitting out an error. So the parentheses there, very vital. Just let me know if you got it now. All right, great. Perfect. Okay, looks like everybody got it. Excellent. Again, hopefully, again, just clearing up some issues with the calculator. Again, using it in some of the problems there. All right, and that, for the most part, is section 6.4. That's the end of chapter 6. Hey! Pretty fast and easy and simple. No problem. All right. Anybody have any questions about that? No? Okay. All right. Very good. So that's where I'm ending off here for today. We're going to start chapter 7 next time. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, boys. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. See, easy time, easy life. Wow. See, that wasn't so bad. Get a little bit of work out of the way, and then there you go. You got yourself a winner chicken dinner. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe I should have a. I don't know. What do you guys think? Think I should go grab a beer for tonight? You know, didn't do so well on the first test. Oh no. Well, you get a few tries on it, so no worries, okay? All right, guys. Yeah, I think everyone's like, yeah, we all need a beer. Let's do it. The boys, go get yourself a beverage. Drink it at home though. Please do not drink and drive. That is one thing I definitely do not recommend. Also, don't text and drive either. So, um, can you take the test together? You mean me? I mean, no. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't stop you from you guys taking the test together. But again, you guys could have different numbers for different questions. I really won't know. It is what it is. The question is, do you really want to go down that path? Would you disappoint me like that? Okay. Then I trust you'll do the right thing. The honor system is bueno. It's okay. Look, here's what I have to say about that. If you got a B, like I said, well, one thing I'll say is that I'm not okay. I'll just say this regardless of whatever you got on the first test, okay? If you put forth the effort and you put forth the time, okay, then I'll be very, very happy with that. Again, it's about you, it's not about me. So, again, I don't need to see perfection. I don't want to see perfection necessarily. I just want to see improvement. And if, like I said, if you learned more than what you started with, great. That's all I ask for. You got a 50 the first go round. Did you try the practice test there, Diego? It's possible, Gustavo. Depends what Diego says. I don't do like C, C+. We just do A, B, C, D. You No, you thought you could do it on the quicks. How many tries did you do? Did you do it on one try? Okay. Well, technically, the test is actually open again, I think. I have to check now. Actually, I'm not even sure. Let me check that. I think the test is technically open. Hmm, let's see. Yep. So technically, the test is still open until the end of the semester. So, you have one more shot to do that test. Well, Diego, you're going to get a little lucky here. All right? You've only done the test once. So, do the sample test. That's open and ready for you to do. Now you get one shot to finish that test and get a better grade than the 50. You can get a better grade than the 50 now. So, you can still salvage this. It's still possible. Okay? But do the sample test first. Okay? It's exactly what Ivan said. The sample test is very, very helpful. Again, it gives you the exact types of questions. Okay? Question for question for what you're going to see on the test. Not the exact numbers, obviously, but again, you'll see the same concepts on the test. I think that's why for Ivan and Gustavo that really helped, right? If you tried the practice test, you clearly saw what would happen on the regular test. It was pretty much line by line the same thing. Yeah, the one thing you should never do, Diego, is never assume that you can do something. First, figure it out, look at the situation, take it one step at a time, and then get it done. Sometimes we always think that we could do something, but sometimes we just need to take a step back and say, all right, we maybe not. And that's okay. This is a good learning experience. But now you have a chance to rectify that, okay? Any other questions you guys have? Sometimes they do. The Quicks is nice, but the Quicks is convenient. But it's not the best thing in the world when a lot of the grade is kind of dependent on the test there. So, yeah, let's not do that again. Yes, Anna is correct. Have a nice scratch piece of paper for your work, too. That way you can see exactly what kind of work you'll need to do for certain problems on this exam. That'll be very helpful. Remember, a majority of the problems here are going to be word problems, so you're going to need to figure out how to approach each of the word problems on this test. So you're going to need to get your critical thinking cap on here, and when you're ready to take the test, then go ahead and take that test. But remember, you only have one more attempt. Does the practice test help you out like the homework? Absolutely, 100%. Why would I leave you hanging like that? That's not how I roll, bro. Yes, please take your time, okay? There you do have a save for later option. So basically what that means is that basically the save for later option means, Diego, is that let's say it takes quite a while to do. So, there's 50 questions on the test. So again, take your time on each question. If you need to get up and, because there's a time limit on the test. If you need to get up and go to the bathroom or whatever, or you need to step out for a little while because of life issues or whatever, then you can stop the test. The timer will stop as well, and then you can come back and then start from where you left off. The only thing you can't do is go back to the questions that you had already had answered from before. So, but I think I gave, what do you guys? I gave you like, what, 8 hours or 6 hours, 8 hours to finish? I gave you like a ton of time. So, I gave you 8? Okay. Yeah, I gave you guys like plenty of time there. So, it should be just fine to getting things done. Hey, I'm perfectly happy with that. That's why I gave you plenty of time, so there wasn't any pressure. 8 hours should be plenty to finish those 50 questions. Always good and recommended to go slow, nice and slow, and you could be satisfied with the grade that you got at the end there. Gustavo, did you take it twice or once? You took it once? Oh, wow. Well then, Gustavo, you have a chance to improve on your score as well. If you only took it once, then you have one more chance to take it. The test is open, so there you go. If you only taken the test once, you still have one more retry to get a better score. So, all right. Take your pick of the litter, gentlemen. Like I said, I treat everybody fairly in this class, so I offer you, if you've taken the test once, I'll offer you the same advantage. You get a chance to improve that score. Again, yeah, the best score will be the one that's recorded, so let's get this done here. Okay, just wanted to be sure you get your reaction there. Man, somebody keeps spamming me. All right, yes, that will take care of it for today, everybody. I want to thank everybody here today for coming on out. I hope the stream was a lot better today than it has been before. I hope that this is going to work out. That's what I'm hoping for. Crossing my fingers, dotting my I's. All right, that's what I'm hoping for. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on out. We're going to come back next week. Start chapter 7. All right, that's what's on the agenda. All right, guys, have a good one. Retake the test if you want a better score. If you've taken it once already, it's there and waiting for you. Not a problem, my good friend. All right. Have a great one, everyone. You all take care. Have yourself a good weekend. All right. We'll see you later, everybody. All right. Bye.